welcome back to Say It Is with Brandon and Tyler. We do have fill-in guest host who is just in as a normal guest this time, being Brad. So, Brad, welcome back to the pod.
Welcome. Thanks for having me.
Yep. So, today, it's hockey time. Baseball season's well over. It's the middle of hockey season, and I'd say it's been a pretty solid season. I've been listening to some games. I've been watching some games here and there. When I watched the game between Minnesota and Chicago the day before Thanksgiving, it was, holy crap, is this Chicago team fast and they're young. Like, a lot of their players are 23 and younger. I was like, holy moly. And Minnesota won in a shootout. Or overtime. One of the two. I have to double check which one it was.
Shootout.
It was a shootout? Gotcha. Either way, damn good game. So, for starters, we know that the NHL is looking at expanding, right?
Of course.
Yeah, their new expansion fee is like $2 billion or something ridiculous like that. And there are 32 teams right now. It looks like they're looking at going up to 36 teams total. Hockey's a regional sport. And yet the NHL marketing team's not exactly the greatest at what they do. No. That great product, terrible at marketing.
Right. So many opportunities, so many missed.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like, for example, with the, back when Utah was in Arizona, they were called the Coyotes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the Coyotes still exist.
Yeah, they're the Utah Mammoth now.
Okay. So, Arizona didn't relocate, they moved. But Arizona could still, if they would get an NHL team again, they'll still be the Coyotes. Because
I'm pretty sure that guy owns the naming rights. Am I right on this?
That makes sense to me. I mean, yeah, they were forced out of Arizona because of stadium potential issues, or not building a stadium.
They were trying to build a new stadium.
In Tempe.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think it's just merely they moved the franchise to whatever the NHL picked, which obviously ended up being Utah, but...
Which is a great place to put it.
It is.
I don't know. What's your opinion on it?
No, I think it's wonderful. I mean, Utah doesn't get enough love anyways. I mean, the last time Utah got love was Karl Malone and John Stockton days of the NBA. And I know you guys aren't NBA fans, and that was a long time ago. But yeah, otherwise, I mean, it's perfect. I mean, it's winter. It's winter to a T. I mean, if you moved any further west, you'd hit Tahoe. Yeah. But yeah, I think it's great. It's regionally located. It's a different group of fans, and we all know Utah fans in general are pretty passionate about their sports.
Also, the first female coach.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, see, now I didn't know that.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
Utah has the first female NHL coach.
Okay.
Interesting.
Full-time.
Like head coach?
Yeah, full-time.
Okay, good. Well, cool. Even better. Even more of a reason for them to start up that franchise. And I mean, we all know there are plenty of solid, people in the NHL and now the PWHL that are worthy of coaches. I mean, there's some very, very smart women out there, and I think we've seen that proven in other sports as well. But sure, it's time for hockey to jump in as well.
Yeah, well, it's like, doesn't the PWHL use the college rules?
I don't know about that one.
No, because they do allow hitting in the PWHL.
Okay. I know they don't allow fighting, but
right.
That's
I would say
thing.
It's probably a hybrid version of college and professional rules, if you will.
Gotcha. Well, anyways, like back when they were like relocating or moving Arizona up to Utah, and we are going through that, at one point there was either now he's the former governor of Connecticut or still is. I haven't checked. I don't follow Connecticut politics. But the guy was like, hey, let's bring back the Hartford Whalers. And I'm like, hey, that'd be pretty cool. Oh, wait, that gives me an idea. So here's me. I'm like, I'm going to tweet the governor of Wisconsin, as mildly useless as he is. And I was like, I'm going to create like 7 points and just like at these guys. So I added the NHL back when Arizona was a thing. I also threw on the PR department of the NHL, and I think I put Tony Evers on there at some point. But I was like, so for moving it to Wisconsin, there, because obviously Milwaukee would be the highest attractive thing because of the TV market, right?
Right, and people in general, and accessibility, and all the above, and
and I was like, well, Milwaukee already has two teams there, being like the Bucks and the Brewers, and when you look at Minnesota, where you have over the Twin Cities, most of their sports is in Minneapolis. Their hockey team is in St. Paul.
Correct.
So. And in Green Bay already has the Packers, so and why not have all three cities used? So have the hockey team for Wisconsin be in the Madison area. Although I know again you would want the Dells, but I was like, you move them to the Madison area, you name them either the Pike, after the Northern Pike, or the Muskie.
Okay.
My thing is that they probably wouldn't put it in the Madison area, because they would have to build a whole new stadium. They wouldn't be able to use the Kohl Center.
Well, they also
right,
had
and
to do that.
That's an interesting point,
and plus, also, there's no room in Madison.
Correct. You'd have to literally be up in Sun Prairie or
Verona.
down on the south side. Yeah, Verona.
And that's not really. I mean, it's Madison, but it's suburb.
It's still not accessible.
Right.
But didn't the Suter family just put a bunch of money into a new Capitals arena? Didn't I read that just recently, that they are moving out of the current one and moving
I think
down
so.
the road, I believe, and they're building two competition-sized arenas. So I think that adds to it on top of it.
NHL-sized rinks, and that was how long ago was this? It says August of 2022. That's Madison Capitals.
Yeah, no, this would be within the last week or two that I saw a comment or a statement from one of the Suter boys saying that they were excited to move to this new arena, and that they were sad to move out of Capitals Arena, but they knew it was time to increase the exposure and the opportunities for hockey. So I think that being said, you've already got NHL blood in this city. I don't know that, besides having to move it outside of the city, that's really your only major opportunity for an arena. Yeah. But you've already got the Capitals, who are essentially the Suter family organization with, college experience coming out of their ears, essentially.
Right, and we have how many hockey players coming out of the state of Wisconsin? How many of them have participated in the Olympics, and how many of them have gone to the NHL? I also put in the point that where Wisconsin has a lot of loyal fans for the other three sports, and the Brewers are a top 10 attendance generator in the MLB. This was a couple years ago when I tweeted this out. And the Pfizer Forum in Milwaukee only holds around 17,000. And then I was like, it would also increase a good amount of employment opportunities. So when starting up a franchise in Wisconsin, I would say have the tickets for students be 50% off for 3 years to help build a fan base. And then after that, remove that.
I don't think it would be for 3 years. It'd probably only be for one.
Yeah, you want to build your fan base.
And then maybe 20% the rest of the time, because I think that's what the Brewers did, I think, because the college was
Every
there.
once in a while, you see some Brewers promotion come out. I know they tried doing that with, 5 County Fridays and
something like that.
Free. I think this year was if you're a student, you get 50% off or free tickets.
Nice, good. So, it helps when you're trying to fill stadiums and trying to draw excitement. So, I just found the article here 6 days ago.
Okay. The
Madison Capitals announced move to DeForest. So, the DeForest Ultimate Sports Complex along I-94 there is going to be, it says it's called the Legacy 20 Arena in DeForest, and they'll start in the 26th season.
All right.
So, with this, they announced the teams revealed new renderings of the project. Again, between stadium-style seating and premium seats, the new facility will have a capacity of 3,000 when completed. Premium locker rooms, expanded. So they're basically building a new arena for the Capitals,
which they need to.
100% they do. They've tried to put Band-Aids on that arena for years, and it's great. It's fun to go watch hockey there. I've seen my nephews play many hockey games there, but if you're going to carry a league affiliate team, you're kind of want to dress it up a little.
And
That's
look what
true.
happened in Detroit. They had to put that place together with duct tape before they went to Little Caesars.
Right.
Oh, how many of these places and companies out there even that will hold together like buildings and whatnot?
Well, I
with,
mean,
like,
even in
duct tape and
even
bubble
in
gum?
Chicago with the Chicago Stadium back in the 80s and
Right.
90s.
Yep, that place was just held together to keep the four walls up, I think, for a while there.
It was allowed. Like I heard interviews from older hockey players, and it was the loudest place.
Oh
like
my
it'd be
gosh.
the hardest place to play.
And probably was coldest in there, too.
Oh yeah, that place doesn't have heat.
Right.
I have never gone to a hockey game in Chicago. I've only gone to one NHL game in Minnesota, and then I went to a CHL game in Green Bay a few times.
They still say Chicago is the loudest, by the way,
Fun.
and it's
I'm
the
not
hardest to play in.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm not surprised. I was lucky enough to go to a Badgers game in Chicago Stadium, or now the United Center,
Yeah.
whatever it is.
Yeah, the
And
United Center.
It still blew me away walking through the hallways of the concourse and seeing the trophies, Jordan's trophies essentially,
Yeah.
and looking up and seeing the banners. And I'm like, they're playing hockey here. So
Hockey,
it's a unique
hockey and
experience.
basketball.
Yep, it's a unique experience. There's
back-
no doubt about that.
And back to the topic of maybe Wisconsin having an NHL team, they can do it in Pfizer Forum. They would just have to expand the seating.
So basically, get rid of like the first few rows on each side along along where the benches are. And
Right.
stuff.
Make
Okay.
it maybe model it at the United Center.
True.
Because they do both
Yeah.
there. They can do both at Pfizer Forum. They even did one for the Blackhawks and the Wild
they
earlier
did a
this year.
preseason game.
Yeah.
That's right. Now that you say that,
Yeah,
that
I've
was 5,
missed,
6, 7 years
I was-
ago even.
Yeah, I was like, I barely watched preseason of any sports.
Well, and I think that too. I mean, you could take some hints of what was once called the St. Paul Civic Center and now called Grand Casino Arena. I mean, that event center held everything.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
it was basketball, hockey, all championships of any of the indoor sports and conventions. So they figured out how to do all that together too. So
Right.
yeah, I mean, it's definitely an opportunity. I just feel like the Pfizer Forum is it's just keyed towards basketball and concerts.
Yes.
I feel like that's where they know their bang is coming from, their bucks are coming from, and I guess I don't see it transforming. Now, what about what is
Dells?
that? Panther Arena? What's next to that?
What's next to that? Like,
What's the old arena they used to play in?
What,
It's still
the
up.
Bucks?
The Bradley Center?
Yeah.
oh, I can check see if that's still up. Yeah, why not?
Well, I know if once you come,
I think they demolished it.
I think you're right, and I'm almost
because
100%.
they demolished it, I think, to make the Deer District.
Yeah, I think you're right about that.
Yeah,
But then
it
there's
was
the
demolished.
arena where UWM plays.
Right.
So I mean that could be an option too. But I mean, adding to the whole point, I still think Wisconsin Dells is a prime area for growth right now. I mean,
yeah.
Every time you go there,
There's a lot of space.
a lot of space. There's a lot of people there that just. When I lived out east for about 10 years, and I knew people that would literally take vacation to go to Wisconsin
Yeah.
Dells. And us as Wisconsinites, that was norm. That was a summer. One weekend of summer, your family took you there, and you just kind of hung out.
And even when I lived in Illinois as a kid, I never went to the Dells as a kid, but
Yeah.
when we would go up to Minnesota, we'd pass through the Dells,
Sure,
and
yep. And they're spending a lot of money right now in the Dells. I mean, they're building a brand new convention center. I think they're adding on to two of the big water parks, completely revamping it to modernize it.
So
if you
therefore,
will.
they could theoretically build a NHL arena.
100%.
There's so much room there, and it's a direct line from Milwaukee and Madison. I mean,
here's
it's a
my
direct line
thing.
from Eau Claire.
I know you want it in Madison, Brandon, but it's not going to happen.
No, the Dells are more of a
One, I got three
location.
reasons why.
Yep.
One, there's no space. Two, they can't use the Kohl Center; it's too small.
true.
And three, there's no space. Madison, for all intents and purposes, is not a professional sports city.
Agreed.
It is a college
Agreed.
city.
Agreed.
And it's been a college city since Wisconsin College or Wisconsin
1800s.
Right,
Absolutely.
the 1800s.
Yeah. Well,
Since it's been around, it's been like that.
Yeah.
yeah. Well,
So, yeah,
what is going on with the Dells? Is there like some other like attractions for it to become more of a year-round thing than like a seasonal?
I mean, they continue to build indoor water parks and all
convention centers, indoor water parks, parking lots.
Yep, the attractions are becoming more year-round.
They're even building housing up there, so people could stay there permanently.
Yep, you can see that as you travel north on west on 94, I should say at that point.
Yeah,
it's growing. There are more lights on in that section than there has been in years, just because of the growth and I think it's.
And I went up to the Dells with my fraternity for a formal, and this was in 22. And back in 22, you'd see how much of a difference a few years makes.
Sure. Oh yeah.
Because back in 22, there was barely anything.
Yep.
I mean, even Mount Olympus was closed,
right?
And it was almost summertime.
Yep, and they've already got hotels there, so it's not like it
resorts, hotels, motels, even
long stay stuff. They got restaurants. I mean, it's an easy on, easy off. You don't have to go 30 miles off the freeway to get any place. So to me, that's the ideal location. I know Wausau has been brought up in our conversations.
Wausau is 2 hours away,
but Wausau just feels like in the middle of nowhere.
It is in the middle of nowhere.
I mean, I've been through there enough times, and that's another city that you're starting to see grow.
Green Bay or something like that. I'll double check that, make sure my math is right.
It's 2 hours to get from Wausau to here, Sun Prairie, or Madison, or whatever.
And it's 2 hours, 2.5 hours it's 2 hours from Eau Claire. I think it's 2.5 from Green Bay.
It's basically a drive-through town.
Yep. Hour 35 from Green Bay.
Yeah, it's a drive-through town.
Yep. So it's. I don't know. I think that the Dells would flourish with an opportunity for. I mean, it wouldn't even have to be a professional, but a professional would be great. But you could put a minor league team there, and it would grow in a heartbeat.
But we already got a minor league hockey team in Milwaukee with the Admirals.
It doesn't matter. You could put in another one.
Okay, so talking about the Milwaukee Admirals then, I mean, really, is it really that well attended? Is it really that well supported?
Nah.
I just, every time I see it, it's almost like they're begging people to come to the game.
Well, it's like, I'm pretty sure that Mark Antanasio is like part owner of the Admirals. Yeah. I looked it up earlier.
I've also seen ticket prices. And it's like $5 a ticket.
It's super cheap. That's what I mean. They're having a hard time bringing in people. So, what does that tell you? Does that tell you Milwaukee's a hockey town?
No,
it's not feeling that way. And it's
Milwaukee,
a good team.
All intents and purposes, is a basketball and a baseball city.
Agreed.
It will never ever be a hockey city.
No, and I don't want a hockey team in Milwaukee because, again, they don't need more stuff.
But again, I agree with him that it should be the Dells. There's no other place to really put it. And like I said, Madison, there's
no room.
There's no room.
Yep.
And the only thing Madison's doing right now, and you've probably seen this, going on the Beltline and going on 94 to 90 and 39.
Yep.
They're just building apartments.
Building housing.
Everywhere.
Yep, absolutely.
Oh,
I mean, you go downtown Madison, and that's all they're building. They're tearing down old buildings and putting housing up.
Oh,
So
they built how many student apartment complexes in that city?
Right.
3 in the last few years I've been here.
Yeah, they're huge. Well, okay, so say Madison's even in the discussion.
In a running, right.
What is the Alliant, or what is that? The Dane County Coliseum.
Yeah.
Where does that fit into all this? They played hockey there for years.
I don't know. I've never been.
Because right now it's on the cusp of either tearing it down or spending a boatload of money to remodel it.
And what are they going to remodel it for?
They don't have a hockey. That's a great question. They hold concerts there, but
they can hold concerts and they can maybe have like recreational games. But each city has like their own ice rink.
Oh yeah, and it's beautiful. Have you been to some of these ice arenas in the suburbs? I mean,
I've looked at some prairies. That's beautiful.
Absolutely, it is. There's nothing left behind when you start building large size rinks. I mean, on top of it, you have some places that have 2 rinks back to back to each other, side by side. They've got exquisite, brand new, shiny locker rooms. I mean, these kids they're not sitting on cold metal benches anymore outside in the hallway to play hockey. They've got the whole deal.
God, I remember when I had to do that for floor hockey. I would have to sit on the cold ground or sit on the metal benches.
Yeah, I remember. I mean, I'd say that when I was a kid. I mean, that was...
Well, just to play, just get all the hockey equipment is expensive. I saw a figure where it was like 7,000 just for kids to start up. Well, for let's say the NFL, it's like a little north of 2,500. for a start. But however,
7,000.
yeah,
It depends, though.
That
it
seems
depends
a
on the
little
city.
steep.
depends on the city. Well, like, I think Google is just giving me an average.
I would be okay with 2,000 or 3,000, but
But at the same time, we know AI lies all the time.
it
does.
Why are you trusting AI in the first place?
Thank
That's
you.
also true.
Thank you.
That's true. Now, I also did look up like a CTE rates between the NHL and the NFL, and the NFL, they have a lot more CTE cases that pop up rather than the NHL, which is like around 80% because the speed of the game increased by that much.
Yeah, because you have to be talented to walk on your skates.
Yes, and they're flying at each other like 25 to 30 miles an hour, chasing a little hard disc that's moving at 80 to 100 miles an hour, and they're getting like, checked into walls and getting pucked to the face. Fights,
okay,
yeah.
so
Are we still talking about kids?
It's a little bit of everything.
Because I got some stats for you here.
Do it. Bring it.
So, hockey costs for kids in Wisconsin, it varies widely because it depends on how old you are.
Yep.
So, the introductory learn to play is free to $100.
Okay, yep.
Recreational house leagues, so like your city leagues
park rec
or
leagues
your
or
park
whatever.
recs.
Yeah.
That's $250 to $900 per year.
Okay.
Per year, Brandon.
But what about the gear?
That doesn't matter. The gear you can get,
What about the gear, Tyler?
So while he's looking that up, you can make a brief comparison. You take a guy like Ovechkin, and you take the top linebacker in the NFL,
Yes.
and you put them right back to each other and put them in front of each other. You know, the best linebacker in the NFL is probably going to get past Ovechkin. But there's no way the best linebacker in the NFL is going to be able to do anything that Ovechkin has done on skates.
No.
Nothing.
No,
Absolutely nothing.
And hockey players are also just tougher than football players.
Well, that goes without saying.
yeah. And, like the only sport that's like tougher than hockey for athletes is boxing.
Right. Okay, but you brought up the whole CTE thing, and I find that
Yes.
interesting because in this day and age when football players are wearing these brand new helmets that are supposed to be designed to keep you safe and then putting the bump caps on top of them and they're still getting concussions, what does a helmet look like in hockey? It's got maybe an inch or two of padding in it,
Yeah.
and a lot of plastic and a whole lot of open space. Mm-hmm. And to your point, I mean, if they're not getting the CTE rates that the NFL is seeing, I mean, you've seen these guys fly down the ice and
Yeah.
hit each other. I mean, those
Yeah.
boards don't give.
No, they don't.
Neither does the ice.
No.
Why do you think? Why do you think the NFL hasn't really gone into a lockout?
Yeah.
Why is that? There's so many things I could go
Yeah,
in
there's
different
so
ways.
many
Because A, they actually pay their players.
Okay, yeah,
B, I mean, America's favorite sport, basically.
it is. Agreed.
Unfortunately.
But with the NHL, you know, they have to have it like every few years, I think, right? For their contract.
The
Probably three. Yeah.
player agreement thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a difference between every sport. But
There is.
back to my point for the gear.
Yes, the numbers give me numbers.
So for kids hockey gear in Wisconsin, buying new is from $500 to $1,000.
Okay.
But many local programs, ready for this?
Yep.
They offer rental packages.
Interesting.
So they don't even need to buy their own gear. They can rent the full gear, no matter how old you are, for $50 to $150 per season.
Yep,
per
I believe that.
season.
Yep.
Not even per game.
Yep.
Per
Per
season.
season.
Yep. So we're talking $2,000.
So
Yeah.
if you think about it, not a lot of these kids are spending thousands of dollars on new equipment.
No.
They're going to rent their equipment for
Yeah.
the season, give it back, and do it again next season.
Yeah.
So it's like when they get older is when they spend an exorbitant amount of money to
But that's
get
their
equipment.
money. Why
That's
do you
true.
think kids do from like first grade to eighth rent their stuff?
Because they're consistently growing and they
Correct.
That and it's easier on the parents.
Yep.
It's
And who knows? 3 years in, the kid could be out. So instead of making that investment, you kind of must
Right.
set like an age limit of like 12. If you're in at 12, then it's time to buy your own equipment. But anything
fair.
beyond that, or anything
middle
before
school. up, you make your own investment.
Yep. No, that's fair. Yeah. That's fair.
Now, like with the CTE stuff, I pulled up the NFL CTE rates, and that's a 71.7%. And I go to the NHL. I know we're all over the place today, but this is mildly entertaining.
Doesn't matter. What's the name of the podcast, Brandon?
That's right. Let it be.
The CTE rates are because again, like the speed of the players, it has gone up to get closer to the NFL numbers, if not past them slightly. But for a long time, for the longest time throughout history, the football still had a lot more cases of CTE.
Those numbers are so subjective, though. I mean,
plus
you look at today's game, and it's speed, it's athleticism, it's skill.
Analytical.
Not saying that wasn't back in the 80s, 90s, early 2000s, but there was a heck of a lot more big men in hockey.
There were.
That were bruisers, that were all-out dominators. The guy you put on the... they call them the enforcers for a reason.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have an enforcer in the NFL.
No.
Look at Gretzky. Look how big he was.
He was not a little guy. Absolutely not.
He was huge.
But he played for how many years, too?
Oh, yeah.
He just had longevity there. That,
he could have gone another year or two and do some stat padding if he wanted to.
Right.
But,
shit. Marian Hossa could have gone years.
Right.
But he, unfortunately, was allergic to the equipment or something else happened. I don't know.
No.
You have no idea. Well, we also know how in Wisconsin the college hockey is pretty large, right?
But that's college hockey.
It is.
NHL is a whole different market.
It's a different fan base. And
I know, but it's like, how good is the women's team doing? They're doing phenomenal.
They're doing all right. Number one team in the country, consistently rated in the top 10 year over year, multiple championships in the last 10 years.
And here's my thing. If they're going to put a professional hockey team in Wisconsin, it's going to be the PWHL. It's not going to be the NHL. Because I feel like women's hockey, here at least... Mm-hmm. Because look at the Admirals. Look how many people go to their games. Right. Not a lot. Look how many people go to the Badgers women's hockey. Well, okay, a ton.
Dig into that with the Capitals. I can't say. I don't hear enough about the Capitals. They have an opportunity to market, but I don't know. Do they draw well?
I don't know.
Yeah, great question. Yeah. So
that's something to certainly look into.
But yeah, no, that's
you have
a
computer over there.
I do. I can't just
that's
type
a fair
in.
observation.
I'm just not
though,
always great at typing searches.
Because I think you would see a lot more interest in a professional women's team.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, and right now there's...
Especially one that has probably most of their roster going to the Olympics.
Yep. And or came out of Madison.
Right. And here's the thing. As much as people would love an NHL team in Wisconsin, you got three big teams surrounding it. You got the Wild, you got the Blackhawks, and you got the Red Wings.
Yeah.
So my thing is that if anything, Wisconsin's at the bottom of the list, and they don't really need a hockey team. They're not a hockey state. They're a baseball, football, and basketball.
And I think you can see that there is a move to warmer climates.
Yes.
For professional sports in general.
Nashville, even.
Absolutely. Nashville is one of them. Salt Lake City keeps coming up.
Nashville's number one for a new NHL team.
And for MLB as well. I mean, it just, it's got to be completely accessible. And I think that's where both... or all three, the Red Hawks, the Blackhawks, and the Wild.
Yeah, Red Wings.
The Red Wings.
Are in the middle, or the Red Wings, are in the middle of cities and are accessible by, public transportation.
I mean, even though they're not in the best place in the cities.
No, that's very true.
It's still accessible.
Yes, yep. So I think, the short walk from your car to the arena has got to be, it's got to be worth the effort.
Right.
Especially when it's cold.
So the 25-26 season for the Madison Capitals says... yearly attendance graph is at 1960, and the past 2 years it was just above 2,100.
Yeah, see, it's
and
declining.
In 2014, 2015, it was like 3,200.
Yeah, it's declining. Mm-hmm. That's why I'm saying that hockey, I would love an NHL team here. I would always be a Blackhawks fan.
I know.
But I would like an NHL team here, but it's just it doesn't have the market.
No.
There's no market for hockey, professional hockey here.
That's a damn shame.
And I agree, but my thing is that if Wisconsin didn't have Green Bay and Wisconsin didn't have the Bucks and the Brewers, it had no sports. An NHL team could make sense.
Agreed.
But since we have the big names like the Packers and the Brewers and the Bucks, there's no point. Why add an NHL team when there's a lot of more people going to go to a Brewers game? I mean, shit.
Right.
Brewers sell out every game, almost.
Well, like especially when they're doing annual like playoff runs.
Right. And that doesn't matter. Even if they're not in the playoffs, they're still selling out.
Yeah, they're again like a top 10 in attendance in the whole entire MLB.
Right.
And it's got to be, I mean, I know with Green Bay and I know with the Brewers, there's a lot of people out of town that go to those games.
Yes.
So, I mean,
And
I'm not taking
international
anything
fans.
away from Milwaukee faithful that go to Brewers games, but half of that stadium is full of people that drove 90 minutes or more.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And that happens regularly.
When I went to, God, what was it?
What was it? The Bob Uecker Celebration of Life game?
No, not that one.
Or was it the one against
No,
St. Louis?
No, it's the one I went with my dad. But
Boston?
Boston, yeah.
Where's Will? I should call him.
No. there were Boston fans there that came from Boston.
Yep.
They drove all the way to Milwaukee.
Not a surprise at all. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, just
So are there any or other hockey teams in the state? What else we got? We got the Capitals.
yep.
What do you got? The Green
Admirals.
Bay Rambles.
Yeah, you got the
Ramblers,
Gamblers. Yeah, you got like a few teams. And
There's a couple of super minor league teams I know scattered.
The
throughout.
Admirals are the only minor league that's
affiliated,
with
With
an NHL
with
and
team.
they're
the
affiliated
NHL.
with Nashville.
Right.
So it's like
Yeah.
if you're going to
Yeah.
follow a team and you live in Wisconsin, you either choose Minnesota, the Blackhawks,
Or Detroit.
or you can, if you really want to go out there, you can choose Nashville because of again the whole connection with Milwaukee.
affiliation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
But otherwise, you don't really got any other choice.
At some point, I think the Milwaukee Admirals are just going to be an independent team because that's what happened with the Chicago Wolves. The Wolves were St. Louis affiliate. They were Nashville affiliate. They were LA Kings affiliate for a while. But then, like a few years ago, they just said, screw it, and they're independent.
Yeah, and just played wherever. Was that the team that played in Rockford?
No, that's the Ice Hogs.
That's what it is. Okay, that's right.
well,
But
like,
Rockford Ice Hogs and the Wolves are in the same division.
Now in independent.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Got it.
well, it's like where would Nashville have their like a AHL affiliate then?
They wouldn't.
Because like every team has one.
They wouldn't have either that or they just pick another team that doesn't have an affiliated.
Well, I guess
NHL
that's
team.
where I was going with it too. If there are so many teams that are opting for independence, your pool drastically increases. Mm-hmm. I mean, if you've got a bunch of independent teams that are out there producing 1 or 2 stars a year, I mean, your opportunity to pick from that is a lot higher than having to be affiliated with a team that you'll be lucky every 2 or 3 years to get a star out of.
And here's the thing: if the Admirals aren't affiliated anymore, that means they could have more people go to their games,
Right.
or
Yep.
Nashville can pick the college hockey teams.
Yep.
They can do that.
Yep.
They can do whatever they want.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair. Now, like, Nashville's not particularly good this season, or definitely not last year.
But they're good enough.
They're
I mean,
decent.
Yeah,
they've proven that they belong.
oh yeah, no, as
You
a
know, that
franchise,
there's-
yeah. But
there's
I'm
been
saying
a
like,
run
the
there
current
that they
iteration
were-
of the team.
Yeah, so being in a city who it always pains me to understand how Nashville became a sports city, but it is a freaking sports city and will continue to grow as a sports city.
And we all know that they're going to add a baseball team there
Absolutely.
eventually.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, that'd
Yep.
be like a privately funded stadium because I know they don't want to build
I
a
don't
publicly
know.
funded thing. I saw a few things where like they don't want to do public funding there, which I don't blame them. All that stuff should be privately funded anyways.
There's a few dollars floating around Nashville.
Oh, absolutely. Dolly Parton.
Just drive around the southern part of Nashville,
That's-
and there's
yeah, that too.
houses bigger than this building.
That
And my thing is that I know you said we're in the middle of the season.
Yeah, just about.
We're not.
We're not. I
We're
thought
like
we were
a
early.
third.
We're a third. That's almost the middle. They're getting closer.
No. Brandon.
When are the Stanley Cup Finals? May?
May.
Yeah, we're not even close.
So because next year they go 84 games, right?
And we've got
but
21
that's still-
under our belt.
And you are, they're like for the regular season. Right now it's 82. There has been over 42 games played. That's halfway through the year for total games
sure?
played.
That is not.
I have the standings right in front of me, my guy. Like you have Minnesota, they're 30 out of the 30. Oh wait, never mind. Yeah, you're right. They have 30 games played. I was reading the thing wrong. Wow,
Stupid.
I can't read. I mean, I
You got to read this year's.
I really just can't read sometimes. Holy crap.
Yeah, you got to read this year's.
Yeah, no, I was reading this year, so I was like, oh, wait a sec. I was reading the games played instead of the wins losses. Like, never mind, I'm high.
No, yeah, you need
I don't
to
do anything.
read the win-loss. We're not even halfway through that season.
You're right. We're about 3/8. I thought we were halfway.
If we
through.
were halfway, we would have already had the All-Star game.
No, they're not doing the All-Star game. That got replaced by the Olympics. By the way, I like the Four Nations they did last year.
I do too. Okay, so talk Olympics here. I just was reading an article this morning saying that if there's no ice, there's no NHL players. I mean, they have pretty much opted out, said they're not sending. I mean, obviously the arena is only half built right now.
Yeah.
They can't trust the test arena that they're using. And I think there's several people from the NHL administration saying we aren't sending our players.
No,
It's like
because they'll get hurt.
The safety is the biggest key, 100%.
Yeah.
So then, what does that do to the season? I mean, it trickles down to college too.
Yeah.
So if the pros don't go, there's probably a good chance college players don't go either. Mm-hmm. And you've already kind of been bracing for this 8-week gap in your schedule.
Right.
I mean, what are they going to do? I mean, you can tell. I'm sure the Olympic Committee's probably trying to press really hard to find ways to get this to happen.
Olympic Committee is just scrambling to
Absolutely
get
should
the
be.
stadium built in Milan.
And they're on top of the fact, trying to cover their rear end, because it's money lost. I mean, if people don't turn, there's going to be a lot of fans that just turn in for Olympic hockey.
The Olympics always lose money. Well, because after those, especially those buildings are wasted. They're used one time and they're abandoned.
Well, true, that's true.
No,
but I mean, there are some money makers, and men's and women's
that's
hockey
fair.
usually are.
That is fair.
And skiing, I don't know. I mean, you can't tell me the two-person luge draws a huge crowd.
You can't tell me that curling draws a huge. I mean,
You'd
curling
be surprised.
Does.
I think
Curling
you'd be surprised
does.
with curling.
Bobsled, though.
But, well, right, and it's the sports they show at 2 a.m. in the morning that nobody watches anyways. That
Yeah, and we can't even watch half of those.
No.
They're not even live for us.
Exactly.
They're all replays.
You
And
get your-
here's the thing: I'd rather watch the highlights than watch the actual event.
Because you could just Google what happened.
Well, no,
afterwards.
because it's not tape. It's not live.
That's true,
I'd
right.
rather, if I'm watching an Olympic game, I want to watch it live.
If I'm going to watch the whole event, I'm going to watch it live. Yeah.
Correct.
Yep.
And that's why I'm waiting for 2028 when the Olympics come to LA.
Right. So it'll be on normal time.
It'll be on Pacific,
Right.
but
it'll
that's
probably,
2 hours behind us. Who
and
cares?
it'll probably take over like a major programming like Peacock or something.
Peacock or Fox
or Paramount or whatever, yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably never even going to bother watching the Olympics. I don't really care for much of the Olympics in general.
Well,
you're
boring.
just not fun. I mean, you're
Yeah.
not supporting American athletes. Come on, Brent.
I love the Olympics.
Well, it's
I always got excited for the winter ones.
Yep.
Oh, no, I prefer the Winter Olympics over the summer. The summer I actively don't watch.
What? You're not a fan of running?
No.
I mean, is there anybody that's
No,
a fan of
all
running?
right. No, I just thought I'd ask. I mean, I hear you.
Hey, if you want to bring up running, let's bring up the good old thingy of the whole FIFA Cup. And who likes soccer in the
What's
U.S.?
FIFA?
What's FIFA? How much of a soccer guy are you? Because I forget it exists sometimes.
Trust me, I've already forgotten. What did you say?
Tyler, soccer or no?
No.
Okay, that's what I thought.
There we go. Moving on.
The only funny thing to come out of the World Cup is that they're having a pride match in Seattle. And the two teams, ready for this?
Yep.
Iran and Egypt. Where gay, being gay is illegal. They are not happy, by the way.
Nobody's thought this through. I don't get.
Welcome to the FIFA committee.
Right, and that's it.
Who cares?
It's just to draw. It's just to make money, and
It is.
The FIFA committee's slowly been going downhill.
I can't understand why soccer has to become much more than soccer.
And here's the thing: the last World Cup, I didn't even know. Like, when I saw the final match when Argentina won, I was like, wait, the World Cup was this year? Like, I didn't even know the World Cup was that year.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
what?
It made
Soccer
headline news,
exists?
actually, ironically. Nothing else did.
I don't know. I don't like running. Do you like running? I don't like
No.
running.
No.
No, I'm not a huge fan.
I like the Summer Olympics, but I like swimming or.
I don't even like watching swimming.
Well, it can be interesting.
Oh, come on. When you see some of those people, I mean, break records just swimming alone. I mean, I know it takes a lot for people to swim in general.
Oh, yeah.
But when they do that in record time,
yeah.
in these crazy pools among some of the other best in the world, that's pretty impressive.
It's impressive.
look
but
at Michael
doesn't
Phelps.
excite
Right.
me.
And that, what's the lady that's been doing really well. Anyways.
I don't fucking know.
Yeah, right. I mean, you know, same thing. I mean, they've done big things and on the big stage, and I mean, the thrill of watching people perform at that level is pretty impressive.
Yes.
Will I go to it and search for it on purpose? No. If it happens to be on as I'm flipping through, maybe I'll watch it. But
I
Well,
also
you
just
know
don't
that
watch
they're
TV.
what is it? The Winter Olympics this
Yes.
year?
I like the.
They're just
I like
gonna. You know, all the networking companies are gonna shove it in your face.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, it's like from the Winter Olympics, I like 2 or 3 sports. That's about it. The other ones, I also kind of just don't care about those.
Well,
I'm very
again,
picky with
the
my sports.
Olympics. The Olympics. It's all about the money.
It is. Well, also if you look at professional sports as a whole, it's all about money too.
no.
No.
No, never. Oh, it's also very much about entertainment.
No, it's not. Look at the MLB. Look at the MLB and the NHL. You think that's all about money?
Have you seen the ticket prices and the greed
It
and envy
doesn't
going
matter.
on?
The ticket prices are always going to go up.
That's true.
No matter what sport you're going to go see, ticket prices are going to be abysmal.
Every year they're going to go up.
Every year.
Yeah.
But a lot of those fans aren't there for the money.
No, they're there to be entertained.
Yes.
Yep.
We're there to be entertained and to see the players perform.
Yeah, it's entertainment first, money second.
Yes.
Yes. And then it's like, isn't it like reverse for like a couple other things? Whatever.
I don't know. You're
Whatever.
talking to somebody that doesn't really care.
That's fair.
I like my baseball. I like my hockey. Any
Yeah.
other sport can just go away.
I mean, I just kind of. You also know I just get home sometimes. I'll just turn off my brain and start babbling like an idiot.
Yes.
It gives you mental whiplash.
Yeah.
Really, it does. It's
Why
like the
do you
funniest
think
thing.
I ignore you half the time?
And sometimes you should because maybe I'm speaking something intelligent in that moment. Anyways.
You'll have to let them know next time that comes.
Oh no, that just happens randomly. I'm not gonna just announce it. It's more fun for me to
just
act
throw
like
it out there.
like occasionally.
Just throw it out there.
Yep.
Always just throw it out there.
Yep.
Just like
Bring it.
Just like, hey, let's just pitch to the NHL guys. We're like, hey, let's put a team in the Dells. Now, besides like back to the whole like NHL thing, like moving all the way back to the beginning. Where are the like 4 potential locations would you put a hockey team? Like 1 or 2 more in Canada, maybe, or
Absolutely. Canada deserves another team.
Yes.
Canada should.
Well,
I feel. I mean, you bring it up because I see.
I mean, they have 4 teams up there already.
They do, but I mean, what else they got up there?
they got.
I mean, you kind of have to feel bad for them, but they are pretty much
that's
the
true.
purveyors of hockey all stars across
If
the
it
world.
wasn't for Canada, we wouldn't even have hockey.
Yep, agreed.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think it's I think Canada is obviously a good take.
Yep.
You could probably throw one out on the West Coast someplace again. I mean, you know.
Take another stab at Arizona. I would.
You know what? I think they deserve it. I think you go in the center of the U.S. I mean, I think that's where Nashville comes into play.
Like, so Nashville already has a team. Why not like Kansas City?
Or not? Yeah, I'm thinking baseball. My bad.
So, the potential cities for new NHL teams are right now are Houston, Atlanta, Kansas City, Portland, and Quebec City.
Okay, wait. Now, where did the Atlanta team move to then?
Winnipeg.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, Thrashers went
The
to
Thrashers went to Winnipeg, became the Jets.
Got it. I was thinking they were still around. Why did I never mind.
And the whole reason why they moved is because Atlanta didn't have a hockey market.
Yeah. No, they still don't.
They still don't.
They've got it.
I don't know why it's in the list.
It shouldn't be.
So you said Houston, Atlanta,
Quebec City,
Okay.
and Kansas City.
And Portland.
And Portland.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why you do Portland. That doesn't make sense to me.
Portland's a unique town. I don't know enough about Portland to say. I mean, they seem to hold the basketball team fairly well.
Yeah, but look at all the political turmoil.
It doesn't
that happens
matter
there.
about political
Yeah,
shit.
but that's what keeps people away from investing in businesses and putting businesses
Yeah, but
there.
if you develop a fan base, I mean, look at the team in Seattle. People latched onto that team. Look at Vegas. Vegas was not necessarily a hockey town, and now has
Vegas
become
wasn't
cricket.
even a sports city.
Right.
Vegas was where you went to go lose all your money.
Yes. Yep.
Well,
Yep.
it's like with Vegas, the that's a rare success story as an expansion franchise. Like,
And now look at the Athletics. They're going to Vegas now.
right.
yeah,
Right.
true.
You know, I find that Kansas City thing unique.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I've spent enough time in Kansas City, and I know they love their basketball or their baseball and football. But I don't know. It just feels like middle of the country, kind of lost sometimes.
I mean, if you really want to, you could maybe put a team there because, I mean, they'd be competing with St. Louis.
Right.
But
Right.
They already do that anyways with baseball.
No, I think that's a
No.
different enough market.
baseball's way
being
different.
two different
That's true.
divisions is a big deal for
That's
that.
true.
But I don't really find Houston exciting.
No.
I don't. I don't
we
feel.
don't. They don't need another team in Texas.
No, that's
Bring
true.
back
They
the
have.
Nordiques.
They only have one. No, wait.
Yeah, they've only got one.
Yeah,
There's
they got
only
one. I'm
Dallas.
thinking of baseball.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
No,
so-
they've only got the Stars,
So like,
and they were gifted the Stars. So
Why
even
not?
that was.
It's like you have it. Like, why instead of having Atlanta there, why not just put it back in Hartford? Bring back the Whalers.
They're not going to put it back in Hartford.
They should.
They should, but they're not going to.
And then like with Quebec, yeah, bringing back the Nordiques sounds cool.
You know, it's interesting. I just saw a note earlier today too that the Avalanche are going to wear the Nordiques uniforms.
I saw that they did that.
Oh, they did? Oh,
Yeah.
I thought they were going to.
Yeah, no, I
Okay.
saw that they did. Unless they're planning on doing that with more games.
Yep.
That would be cool.
Yep, I see. There's a lot of retro jerseys coming back
Yeah.
throughout the season, which is fun. I mean, I think it's worth it.
Yeah.
Latest retro jersey was the Chicago Blackhawks, their alternate black jerseys.
Oh, those are sharp.
No, I love those.
You know, and I'm not a big fan of black jerseys, but
No,
when you
I'm
put
not
it-
either.
You put the Blackhawks, you put a little gold trim on it, a little bit of white in there,
A little bit of
to
red.
throw a little bit of red in there, and it just
And
it
the whole
pops.
entire jersey's black.
And it's got the big circle Indian
Yep.
head on the front.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
see,
no,
that's
like
worth it.
it pops. Like I
Yeah, no, that's a
yeah,
cool.
they
looking
haven't
uni.
had that since the early 2000s and 90s.
Yep, no, that's a cool uni.
Yeah, like I just pulled it up and yeah, no, like it's sharp.
And going off of NHL, I mean, you're seeing the retro jerseys come back, but with the MLB, you're seeing the City Connect,
Right.
and they change that almost every year,
Not
Every
every
year,
like
which is
2
nice.
years.
Yep,
I like
yep,
that.
yep.
Each city has their respective.
And they pay homage to the people that put them on the map, essentially,
Correct.
which is kind of cool.
Right. Well, it's like and some of like those City Connects look better than others, and some like older like models of those City Connects look better than others. Like
Yep.
when they look like let's use like DC's for example.
Yeah.
Like the Nationals, like I like their cherry blossom one.
I
a lot,
loved it. So that was cool.
But now it's just like the jersey is just like a map of the city. I don't care for that.
Yeah, no, it's they try to find unique ways to put it out there. They could have stuck with that, but on
they're
top of it too, it's a marketing money. So every time
Right.
you
It's a
change-
marketing technique.
Yep. So you change up every 2 years, you make some more money. People buy more jerseys.
Or change it up every year
Right.
because it's been. Some teams kept theirs. I know Milwaukee didn't change.
Yeah,
They will
Milwaukee
this
didn't.
next year though.
Are they?
They're going back. I just saw they announced they're going back to the true powder blues
Ooh.
with the script on the front.
Oh,
I mean, almost like 80s
well, like
style powder
that's not even a
blues.
City Connect. I think that's just one of their alternates that they're planning on bringing
No,
back.
it's a City Connect.
It's the City Connect one, yeah. So they're going away from the Brew Crew and going into the
And
true
the light
powder
blue.
blues. Yeah. Yep.
The baby blues, though, those looked nice.
I was hoping they'd go back to the no buttons and just the pullover version, but of course that's not not Nike.
You know what I want them to go back to? The early 2000s navy blue Milwaukee Brewers
Dark
jerseys.
navy blue
Yes.
ones? Yeah, with the wheat or the barley, I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That screamed.
Big, bold Milwaukee on
That
the chest.
screamed Brewers.
Yep, I agree. I'm all for that as well.
Their City Connect is nice. I just don't think the whole Brew Crew thing.
Yeah. It's a unique. I don't walk around talking about the Brew Crew.
No.
I mean, it's just not part of my.
I go around talking about the Brewers.
Exactly. Right.
Or you'll talk about like the White Sox, even though they're like, you know.
We don't talk about the White Sox this season.
Oh, we'll be talking about the White Sox in March.
For what?
Baseball.
Baseball.
No, I know, but for what? They aren't winning anything.
They're not. No.
No, but like the farm system.
For what?
Exactly.
What? The only thing you're going to talk about is how they got the #1 draft pick.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep.
That's all they got.
And they're the worst baseball team in Chicago. What else do we want to talk about?
Oh, he hates the Cubs. You really want to say that? He's giving you the look.
Okay, so he hates the Cubs, but still, they're the worst baseball team in Chicago.
Yeah.
That is a fact.
That is a fact.
fair.
I'm not needling here. I'm just saying
that is a fact.
Stating the truth.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Most hated team in Chicago? No, that's the other
Cubs.
one. Yeah, that's the other one.
Yeah, that's fair.
The White Sox are the worst team in the city.
In the minor leagues some years. And they're not in the minor leagues.
They were a minor league team 2 years ago.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, it's like
Last year.
if we're going to speak just a little bit about baseball, but not much at all. Last year's Colorado team. How in the hell did they win as many games as they did? They should have lost more than the 2024 White Sox.
You want to see a true minor league team? The Rockies are a minor league team.
Well, and it's interesting because so were the Athletics last year. If you go back and look, the number of
and they're just called
players,
the Athletics.
Yeah, and they're just called the Athletic, and they play in Sacramento in a minor league ballpark right now. But you look at the number of players that were called up by the Athletics last year. I think it's double, if not triple, of any other team.
Yeah,
They had a revolving door in that clubhouse. And then they traded away two of their best players at the end of the season, one including Mason Miller, who would have been an absolute star if he stayed with the Athletics, but now he's in San Diego.
I mean, you could be the Minnesota Twins, who sold half their team at the trade deadline.
And find themselves in a ton of debt. I was telling Brandon earlier today that I see they found another partner.
Did they?
To help support
Did
the
they
team.
finally?
Like a financier partner, yeah. After they had no idea for the last 6 months if they were going to be around even next year.
Oh, my God.
And it's such a sad event.
They almost went bankrupt, right?
Yeah. Oh, they're very close to it. They are just covered in debt. I mean, the Pohlad family was...
So they're on the verge of not being a team anymore.
That's what it felt like, yeah.
Wow.
And it's too bad because you've got their AAA team 7 miles down the road, and
their fans are abysmal.
Oh,
yeah.
Agreed. So back in July, they were $300-some million in debt. Now they're $500 million.
Oh yeah. That's why the Pohlad team was so excited to get rid of all their star players at the All-Star break, and were really shopping the team. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they shopped it to the group that bought the Timberwolves and the Lynx.
Yeah.
What is that? A-Rod and
I don't know.
I think I mean there's a celebrity group that owns the T-Wolves right now. But yeah, they were literally trying to pawn them off on somebody.
Oh yeah.
$500,000. Imagine if, let's say, some hockey team or NFL team had that much debt.
Well, some of them might.
Some of them might.
Yeah, they might.
There's a good chance there's a few out there.
Yeah, but they have better revenue sharing and they have a floor and cap unlike baseball.
And they got a great owner like in Pittsburgh that just doesn't want to make money.
Yeah, Bob Nutting.
Yeah, just has no desire to make money. His purpose is just to continue to lose money on a baseball team that is the pride and joy of its city.
Oh.
And one of the most beautiful scenes in baseball stadium
Ever.
lore. Even the new PNC Park is got the greatest view of a skyline.
And yet it's like, hey, we're going to offer Schwarber 4 years, $120 million, not offer anything more, and then it's watch the Phillies just take him back.
And then the Phillies sign him for another 5 years
Yeah.
for $150 million.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it just
an extra year. It's just Schwarber not wanting to go to Pittsburgh.
oh yeah.
Yeah. Sports are fun, aren't they?
Imagine being a Phillies fan. You got two guys in your team making close to $1 billion.
Oh, speaking of Philly, how are the Flyers doing?
So I've got a question as you're looking that up. What is you brought it up early on. Is this a
Flyers are 16-9.
So they're winning.
Yeah, they're.
So what's the overall feel in hockey right now? Is this the youth movement? That's pushing things.
So.
Probably.
I mean,
yeah.
is that where we're at? The Avalanche are right now is excelling on young players.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because most of the old players are now retired.
They're starting to move on, yeah. But those guys that are still like Malkin and Ovechkin and
they're
I
all
mean, you
retiring.
even look at a guy like Bedard. Bedard's been in the league for what, 4 years now?
Yeah, but Bedard's still in his early 20s.
He is, but he's not one of those young guys anymore. I mean, you got a guy like Sidney Crosby, who's
Crosby's
right
38.
right at the end of his career, but are still playing hockey at a very high level,
Yeah.
and they're really helping their team do some decent things. You still got Marc-Andre Fleury floating around out there.
So Bedard is 20 years old.
Yeah, but he's been in the league for 4 years.
He got drafted in 23.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
only
he's been in the league
three?
for 2 years.
Or 2? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it feels like long. Maybe I'm thinking Connor McDavid.
Probably.
McDavid has been out there for a long
Yeah.
time. Long time.
Yeah.
He
McDavid
still has not won a cup.
is 28.
Okay, then maybe that's who I was thinking of then.
Yeah.
But again, it's the youth movement.
It feels like it, and I think that you're starting to see where before it took a while for young players to break into the NHL.
Correct.
And they're coming in a lot faster than they used to.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
like you said, it's a revolving door.
Yep, and it's starting to, and to your point about providing entertainment, that's where that entertainment is coming from in the NHL, is by having young players step up and
I bet
develop themselves into superstars.
Yeah, and I bet you if there wasn't a youth movement, the NHL would not have as much traction as it does right now.
No, that's probably true. I think that's a fair assessment.
Yeah, that's very fair. Very fair. Well, it's like isn't there like somewhat of a youth movement in baseball too, with the hitters getting younger? Or
No.
Am I
You've
hallucinating?
still got Scherzer on a bench.
He's a pitcher. Pitchers are eternal.
But he's still playing.
Exactly.
That's fair. But again, pitchers are eternal.
You got Schwarber still playing baseball for the next 5 years.
Chris Bryant still playing
Yep.
baseball.
Right?
He's
right.
hurt for half the year.
Yep.
Doesn't matter. He's still playing baseball.
Or Anthony
Rizzo
Rendon,
was smart
only
and he
plays,
retired.
Or about Anthony Rendon, who plays like 56 games a year.
Yep. And most of them in the playoffs and does really well.
No, because he's with the Angels. He doesn't even get playoff baseball.
Well,
It's okay.
He plays to make his money. He plays just enough games. He understands the whole the minimums he's got to meet to get his retirement. So he'll play half a season
Money.
and
What the hell are you talking
add up
about?
3 seasons. Next thing you know, he's ready for his retirement fund.
Yeah.
So where do we go from here, Brian?
I don't know where else we can go. I think it's time to land the plane.
All right, bring
That's
her
it.
down.
Land
So-
the plane.
Drop her
Time to land
down.
the plane. All right, so you can follow us on Twitter at Let's Chat BT. You can contact us there. You can go do the Facebook announcement page, the Facebook community group, the YouTube channel. Now, by the way, at the YouTube channel, there was a Sun Prairie Community Band concert this past Sunday. I clipped 3 of the pieces that we've done and slapped them onto a playlist, like I do with the trombone choir stuff, which is exclusive to the YouTube channel. You should go there and check that out if you want to listen to some music stuff. Otherwise, there was a Discord that is like non-existent. It exists, but we don't use it. And you can also email us if you want to contact us. Thanks again for coming on, Brad.
100%. Thanks, guys. I enjoyed the chat.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We just chatted about like random sports, mostly hockey, which was the idea.
That's what it is.
It was the idea. All right. Until next time.